The nurse quickly approached to check on Ren. Her eyes widened in surprise when she noticed his vitals were perfectly normal. Better than normal, in fact. "This is impossible," she murmured while checking his pupils. "A moment ago, he was on the verge of collapse from mana saturation." "Cultivation can be like that," Ren smiled weakly. "Full of surprises. And reckless idiots," added Taro, but he was smiling too. The tension in the room finally broke. The nurse even let out a small laugh while storing her unused potion. "It's been a great day," Ren stretched, satisfied. The mushrooms in his hair pulsed with renewed energy. "The best," Taro nodded. "Escaped training, survived poisoning, and I hugged a pretty nurse," he proclaimed proudly. The nurse gave him a gentle tap on the nose. "Very gallant, little one, but I'm a bit old for you." A shadow appeared in the doorway. The smile froze on Ren and Taro's faces. Color drained from their cheeks so quickly that the nurse almost pulled out her potion again. Lynn stood in the threshold, her expression unreadable. "So," her voice was dangerously soft, "who escaped from training?" "What were you thinking?" Lynn paced in front of Ren's bed. "How did you trick the guards?" "I didn't trick anyone." Ren tried his best innocent face. "I just took a shortcut." Lynn pinched his cheek. Hard. "Ow!" Ren rubbed his sore cheek. "All right. I have a small secret tunnel. Sometimes I go down to 150 or 200 meters to get crystals." "A secret tunnel?" Lynn's eyes narrowed. "With all those minor and common worms around? With a beast that can barely process mana at that depth? It's not so dangerous if you know the worm's patterns and only stay there a while." Ren avoided her gaze. "Besides, I was looking for something special for you." "What thing?" Lynn asked. "A crystal flower." Ren drew the shape in the air with his fingers. "It's a very rare formation. The crystals grow in the shape of petals, but finding one is like finding a 5-leaf clover," completed Lynn, still skeptical. "Exactly. But no luck again. I thought I'd have it in the new vein I found." Ren looked back. "Taro, did you bring option B?" Taro cautiously peeked his head in. "The flowers?" "Yes, here." Lynn blushed slightly at seeing the small bouquet, but her expression hardened immediately. Her hand descended in a precise chop on Ren's head. "Ow!" Ren cried out. "The truth," she demanded. "What did you really go looking for?" "It was for the flower." Ren rubbed his head. "Why does no one believe me when I try to say thanks?" "Maybe because the last time you tried to say thanks, you also ended up trying to escape training." Lynn extended her hand. "Show me what you found." "I didn't find the flower, just the usual." Ren pointed to the Shadow Stalker skin bag that Taro had brought. "Just some crystals and deep earth. You can check." Lynn examined the bag's contents. Indeed, there were only common crystals and some dark earth. "All this risk for this?" She shook the bag. "Going so deep you ended up with mana poisoning?" "I need to gather a lot for my cultivation," Ren shrugged. "And the crystals." "Then," Lynn interrupted him, her voice dangerously soft, "what was all that about the Hydra?" The color drained from Ren's face. Taro, who had been listening from behind, almost dropped the small bouquet. "The what?" Ren asked. The Hydra lay motionless, its single remaining head lifeless. The man approached the body. "At least it won't be a total waste," he murmured while beginning the extraction. A Hydra core could become an egg again. He just needed another silver rank Hydra and wait. Keep living in the damn caves for at least 10 extra days, eating that garbage, defecating and sleeping in the caves. To hell with it. I'm going to recover that egg. The griffin's claws sank into the crystallized skin, searching for the exact point where the core rested. It shouldn't be too difficult to recover it, but he couldn't afford to lower his guard, not after sensing someone watching him, that subtle presence that had almost escaped his notice. The claws found their target. The Hydra's core pulsed weakly, its power still active even after the beast's death, its last breaths resonating with diminishing strength. Someone was there, he thought, while working. The mana marks in the air were subtle, small distortions where someone had transported themselves, like ripples in an invisible pond. A will-o'-the-wisp spirit? A mineral light fairy? A shadow wolf? All three were possibilities, but they had something in common. They were very expensive beasts, the kind only the truly privileged could afford. Well, the wolf depended on luck, but was still quite expensive. The core finally yielded to his expert touch. Even if for some reason he couldn't recover the egg, this would be his insurance. Transforming his mouth into the scorpion's, he took a large piece of the Hydra's mana-rich flesh and consumed it, feeling the power course through his mutated body. The pathetic monsters at this depth would feast on the wounds he'd left in the Hydra's body. Some would surely rank up. They didn't deserve it, just like the idiot who stole the egg didn't deserve it either. He stored the core in his backpack and began his ascent. The trail of the person who had watched them was clearer now that he approached the spot where he'd sensed the presence, small points where space had been briefly distorted by mana, though honestly it wasn't necessary. Before him, the destruction the Hydra had caused in its pursuit also marked a quite clear path. Pulverized walls, tunnels violently widened, telling the story of a desperate chase. Could it have been the same person? He wondered while climbing. At 200 meters, he found the first signs of regular occupation, methodically worked tunnels, tool marks. He was entering mined territory. The frozen slope appeared before him at 150 meters. It seemed they had wanted the Hydra to give up the chase. An improvised but effective idea. The ice was thick enough to make ascending complicated, even for a beast of his level. But the most interesting thing was what he sensed on the other side. A presence hidden among the rocks. Weak, barely perceptible from this distance. Bronze rank, probably. The scorpion stirred, eager to eliminate the witness. No, he thought while studying the situation. Could have information.
Hey amazing viewers, it's Renz here. Thanks for sticking with us. By the time of the release of this video, only 6.9% of our viewers have joined the party by subscribing, and 93.1% of you might miss out on our next mind-blowing video. So what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the exclusive club.